If Harry Potter goes back to Hogwarts, he will be in mortal danger. Yeah, because Hogwarts should be renamed to Dumbledore's House of Sodomy and Child Molestation.
Come to me. Let me rip you. Let me tear you.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is the second consecutive thrift store finds winner of English origin. I find games at junk shops and you vote on which one you want me to play, and you want me to play cloudy, dreary games with upsetting child abuse subtext. I can't be in a bad mood forever. It makes me want to go home and listen to New Order. Yeah, I like English music, and I've realized that Australians are probably worse off morally, which I'm sure is a fresh hot take you're all interested in hearing. Music is Britain's only worthwhile cultural export in my irrelevant opinion, but Americans seem to think otherwise. Star Wars, along with Harry Potter, seem positioned to be the centerpieces of tomorrow's predominant religions. Here's what I'm really trying to say. America is the greatest nation to ever grace the planet. Sit in a hotel room in your boxer shorts watching the Lizzie McGuire movie at 9 p.m. and tell me otherwise. Take some time out of your day to walk into a Del Taco bathroom that a bum calls his home. All this explosive greatness may lead you to miss the quieter, finer details, like a fresh out of high school girl showing off her newly inked Harry Potter tattoo that she got for her birthday, while tearfully confessing that the series totally changed her life. I'm not kidding, that last part, I saw some ad for a Harry Potter marathon and a girl did just that, and it made my stomach hurt. Think of Chamber of Secrets like a baby Legend of Zelda. I'm sure someone watching this has a super cool Triforce tattoo. Millennials, am I right? Haha. Boy, do we hate millennials because, like, they're entitled and stuff. Participation trophy snowflake, haha. Now give me my social security checks and Medicare. Wait, that snowflake participation trophy stuff, those were ideas pushed by baby boomer and Gen X school teachers turned foster parents because, whoa, someone else gets to raise my kids for 8 hours a day while I do important stuff like watching TV? Sounds like a deal. This is how you get a generation that reads Harry Potter like holy scriptures. Harry Potter is mostly read by girls who skank off and claim it's a high-minded lifestyle choice.
My heart is too big for one person,
she says. Omega male provider boyfriend peels his eyes away from a TED Talk, nods in agreement, and returns his gaze to the screen, pinching his chin in deep thought. He buys armpit hair dye for her, and she dyed it rainbow colored. All those different colors cost him most of his last paycheck, but boy was she a hit at that parade. But yeah, entitlement is our problem. What's that, Harry? You want to go into the girls' bathroom? The Chamber of Secrets allows you to traverse through a variety of locales, fight some whatevers, learn some new skills, and the next section of the story reveals itself. Like your nasty girlfriend's overwrought private place, the environments can be too large. It's a problem when completing the checklist, which details the amount of progress left until you can see the next thing. This is only an issue at the beginning of the game. I have not played too many games that pace themselves like this one did. Collectibles are abound, but I never felt particularly motivated to collect every flavored jelly bean, or to use them as currency as the game intends. Harry Potter protests the bad flavors when you find them. This is awfully hypocritical of a kid whose mouth is constantly enveloped by the flavor of Dumbledore's AIDS juice. Hogwarts is probably home to more NAMBLA meetings than your local parish, and that's where most of the game takes place. School. Yeah, let's play a game about going to school. We don't spend enough time there. Contrary to real life, the game picks up the pace here, though some might like the grander areas of exploration prior to being imprisoned at the magic school where, well, let's just say that I'm sure a lot of the kids at Hogwarts are familiar with the occult equivalent of a roofie. There's still a good deal of gameplay variety within the rakish confines of Hogwarts. A licensed game just isn't the same without irritating timing puzzles with arbitrary static cameras when the game had no problem giving you free reign of the right thumbstick at every previous juncture. But that's okay, cause Harry Potter can do anything. Look how awesome he is at casting spells and defeating statues. Oh, he's the best Quidditch player. Wow, he's so awesome. Why does everyone have it out for him? My least favorite segments were the ones that demanded stealth and those timing exercises. They are not fun, especially when played in tandem with an unresponsive wall sneak mechanic. There are plenty of health boosts around this library area, area where this all takes place, so it's pretty easy. I just didn't enjoy myself here. This is immediately followed by bad platforming. Platforming that, if isolated into a primary game mechanic, would make something very terrible. Harry doesn't grab onto ledges when you need him to, even though you clearly touched it and he should have reached out his stubby, creepy little arms to grab it. It's bad. This is a legitimate problem, but the Chamber of Secrets counteracts shortcomings with impressive variety. You're never doing the same thing for too long. Maybe you're platforming, and maybe you have platforming with stupid timing garbage and mediocre combat as garnish. Whatever it is you're doing it in cool places which are nicely rendered. This library looks good, but not good enough to make you not notice that you can only attack evil attacking books if they first attempt to attack you. The game's combat is a strange beast. Different power-ups that you can use independent of the spells required to get through the game are everywhere. Unlike the spells, I hardly had to use them to beat the game. Non-boss opponents can't really be killed, and they don't stay stunned for very long. Everything is trying to kill you, but you can't kill back. Great message you're sending, game. The Quidditch segments were my favorite. It's this broom game, and they actually inspired their own game, which I do own. It's like someone in the development team knew that this was the only part of the game that kept things consistently engaging. I might review it someday. Maybe in like 2 or 3 years, I don't know. Chamber of Secrets does a lot of things, and few of them well, but there's a lot to do, and I'm sure it's fascinating if you're into the multitudes of minutiae within the Harry Potter universe. There's a lot of you out there, a lot of you aspiring witches that hate God. Bunches to collect countless polygons to explore, but that old review cliche holds true here. You'll be more motivated to see everything there is to see in this game if you're already a follower of the game's namesake. You Wiccan piece of shit. There are some cool boss fights, and there's a fun Quidditch minigame. These things are the best Chamber of Secrets has to offer, separated from its context as a licensed game. The game is better than the sum of its parts, but I'm not going to revisit it anytime soon.